Hello everybody, Simon with Quigg Coins and Bullion here, and it has been crazy busy still in the office. I've been buying 2 to 3 to 4 collections a day, plus just normal walk-ins, guys. It has not stopped, in even a few collections over $10,000 a piece. So I'm going to review some of the stuff that I've been buying this last few days, and we'll talk about state of the market. I will also be set up at South St. Paul this coming Sunday at starting. Show opens at 9 o'clock, so if you guys are interested and around, come visit me there and say hi. I always love seeing you guys there. Do a little showcase update. You guys have been tearing through the stuff on the website. Got 90% available still. Spot plus 45, premium stuff. A little bit more premium stuff will be added. Still got a couple of gold bars. I had someone interested in those, so I'm not sure how long those will stick around. Carson City dollars, still pretty high demand. Some nice toned classic commemoratives and a proof set there. And then a little bit of fine silver. And then all of the books have been refilled, guys. So if you're ordering grab bags online, it'll come from these raw books here, as well as some other odds and ends that I get in the office. Typically on those, it's a $100 value, and you guys are getting $125 in coins wholesale. So that's a pretty solid deal for you guys. Graded coins on the website. Still a couple of ATBs left, guys. I don't know how these are. I mean, these are like 300 some odd dollars, I believe, online. So pretty good deal through the web there. And had to rearrange just a little bit of paper. I did get some in this week, so I will be covering that there. And slabs are getting picked over, guys. If you are interested, they are listed on the website. Got the signed ASCs there, pretty good deal there. Just wholesale plus a little for the signature. ATBs, and then just a little bit of mint product left that I typically, again, I just price it at my wholesale pricing. What I get from my wholesaler, you guys pay that. So let's dive in, and I'll share with you some of the things that I've been buying, as well as kind of my thoughts on the market and a little bit of preparation for the show this coming Sunday. So let's dive right in and we'll talk about that. All right, so let's dive into what I've been purchasing. Not everything will be priced out, and a lot of stuff has already been spoken for, guys. If you guys have want lists, please reach out to me. Also, I've been buying a ton of stuff from you guys, either through the shop directly, anyone local, subscribers come to the shop, they sell it to me, or I've been having folks mail me things. Just shoot me an email with what you got, we'll agree on a price, and then you ship it out, and I'll get you paid. So if you're looking at it, maybe trade some things or cash in on the high price of metals, let me know, and I'll be able to take care of you best as I can. But we'll start off with one purchase that I made for myself, not through the office. I purchased this 1868 3-cent nickel rattler with a CAC sticker. I purchased this from good friends of the channel, Acoustic Collectibles. You guys know them. I buy a lot from them. I sell a lot to them. And this is a rattler type that I did not have in my personal collection. Sub $300, that's right around retail. And this is just a really nice coin, very original. Cannot complain about that. And this will go right into my collection, and I will enjoy the heck out of it, guys. This stuff is just getting tough to find. It's getting more expensive. So keep your eyes open. If you guys have them, let me know. Send me an email. I'm paying what I would consider top dollar for type in rattlers. I always want those stuff either for the shop or for my collection. I'm gonna do a couple of things here. Again, no particular order, guys, on this stuff, but this is going to be today's giveaway. The Italian, I'm not quite sure what this is, 1 lira it looks like, but certified by NGC. This is going to be today's giveaway. And then again, continuing on our way to 2,000 subscribers, I'm adding something each video. So this is kind of a cool novelty. It's encased in resin, but it is produced by the US Mint. So you have a commemorative $50 in there from 1991. And it comes with the box, of course. So I will be adding things each video until we hit 2,000 subscribers. And this is a nice coin just for anyone to add to their collection there. So those are going to be the giveaways and adding to the giveaways. A few more things, inexpensive slabs. Had a customer bring these in and do a little bit of trading on these. These will be just available in the showcases. Not too terribly expensive on those. Nice silver quarter available in the showcases. proof sets. Not crazy expensive on this kind of thing. I sell a lot of this in bulk. These are kind of interesting. This is a 90% bicentennial kind of commemorative thing. I got 2 of these. These will probably end up in the world silver bin just because they're not sterling, so I can't put them in with that stuff. But 90% cannot go wrong with that. I got a couple of really interesting other slab coins. So I got a really, really cool ancient. I'm trying to buy more ancients, guys. I'm learning about them. I'm interested in them, and you guys are too. I had some raw ones that you guys snapped up really quick in the raw video that I did last week, and I had a few certified ones, and they are just going like hotcakes. So this is cool. From what I understand, retail is in that 150 to 175 range. So I'll probably pop it up there on the website, and you guys can enjoy the heck out of it. It is a really, really nice strike. Very interesting motif on there. So cannot complain about that. Okay, what do I want to do next? Silver stuff. Been buying constantly generic, premium silver, everything, guys. So generic 10 ounce Apmex will be, I've been selling this for spot or $1 over spot. So that'll be available in the shop. If you guys are looking for that kind of thing, please let me know. I have, I believe, 9 of these Engelhard bars. These are 1 ounce bars. Nothing super crazy premium wise. I'm probably going to put these available in the shop only for 46 bucks a piece. So $1 over my premium, quote unquote premium silver. But we have pebbleback bars there. Pretty interesting. Always nice to get some a little bit nicer than generic things there. And I know that these are not going to last. I got 11 silver bullets. These are always really popular, all 1 ounce. So these are also going to be at 46 bucks a piece on those. And thank goodness I have been getting a good amount of gold in across multiple collections. So I have I got one of these commemorative sets with the it's just shy of a 1/4 ounce. People say 1/4 ounce. It's not. But I've got this all priced out. I have offered this to somebody. I'm waiting to hear back from them on this. But you know, 885 bucks. That's melt, and then this is like $2 under melt on the silver dollar there. But I'm selling it as a set, and then you get the clad for free basically on that. What else? Few other gold pieces I've been getting. A little gold nugget pendant. I'm trying to be generous to you guys. It's probably nicer than 14K, but I tested it up to 14 and it passed. That's melt at $565 at the time of filming this. And then I have a little maple in a nice bezel, 470 bucks. It's 1.2 grams of 14 plus the gold of the maple there. Offered those to somebody. We'll see if they are interested. I got a bunch of smaller gold here. Some premium, some not so premium. I got 7 of these 2 pesos. I do not know if these are going to make it to for sale because I actually collect these Mexican pesos. This is kind of my favorite thing to hold on to. So we'll see about that. There is this nice little, this is a $1 gold coin. Probably AU, and this is 1853.0. Not any better date, but still probably in that 250 some odd dollar range. So we'll see what that goes on there. And then I got a 1/10 ounce Cougaran. This is 22 karat, so it's 1/10 ounce gross fine gold, but something like this will probably be like 5 or 6% over spot on that. If you guys are interested in any of this stuff, there is a ton of things that I offer to people and get snapped up beforehand because people send me their want lists. If you guys have a want list, please reach out to me and I will do my best to cater to your needs, both buying and selling. Making a mess here. Continuing with the gold, I got 2 1 ounce gold buffaloes. I have not had, well, I got a 1 ounce gold last week and that sold very quickly. So happy to have these, and these are probably very likely sold by the time this video goes live. I have a huge demand from customers, both in the shop and outside of the shop, i.e. through you guys, YouTube, etc., that are just hungry for this kind of stuff. So I'm always happy to buy it, but it does not stay around very long. A few more kind of odds and ends for silver before we jump into some numismatics things. Generic poured bars, those will be like $1 over or something like that. 2-ounce Queen's Beast, this will be in the 45 dollars an ounce bar or bucket or whatever we call that there. We have a good chunk of, it's funny because I don't normally get a lot of these silver proof sets, but I had a customer trade me quite a few recently, and so I've got a good number of these. Typically I end up breaking them out just because this takes up a lot of space, and then I sell the clad. But I have 10 of these, so if you order 90% from me, it's very likely that you will get some nice 90% proof coinage there. Pretty nice coins on those. So I got 10 of those. That's $8.50 total. A lot of 40% stuff. So these are blue and brown ikes. These are commodities. I have a few people that buy these in quantity. Otherwise, a wholesaler is always buying these. Can't complain about that. Make a few dollars each, guys, on the commodities. And, you know, that is how you keep your lights on. This was one of the, I would say, premier purchases this week. I bought a near complete Indian head cent. Yes, the keys are in here, guys, and they are pretty nice. So I'm going to do a little bit of a flyover on these. I have offered this book as of the time of filming to one individual, and I may have 2 or 3 others interested if he passes or wants to just take a few parts. But if you guys are interested in this kind of thing, if you're looking for specific dates, grades, etc., please, please, please reach out to me, and I will do my best to procure what you need here. And this book is pretty nice. I mean, I cannot complain about the quality of these. There's a few that are a little off quality, like this 59. It's got a few green spots, but overall this is probably still a fine coin. And then you've got coins like this 1862, which is probably a mid to high AU. And then some of these, the 63 has some problems, but still each individually these coins are not cheap, you know, 30, 40, 50 bucks on the base end of things. Really, really nice. 64. We got the 64 with the L on the ribbon, 65, 6, and then another one is like the 67 here. The quality of this coin is just amazing. It's high AU, low mint state on something like that. Really, really nice. 68, 69. It's funny, they're only missing the 70. The 70 is like a $50 to $70 coin, so not crazy. Deal breaker would have been really nice to have that, but even like the 71, is a high VG, low fine. And then, guys, we are approaching the 77, which is the key date of the series. Very, very tough to find in any grades. I buy them every time, every chance I get. I'm actually going to take this out of the book, give you guys a little bit of a close-up on this, and just talk about the diagnostics on this coin. But this is a superb example. This is right on the edge of, like I said, VG plus or low fine. You can see bits of liberty coming through. You got a little weakness on the rim, but overall this is like a really, really appealing coin. And it does have a bit of a hit on the back, and from what I can see in the loop, my best guess is that this is a planchet flaw, just the way that it looks. There isn't like any damage on the obverse of the coin. Like if someone hit the back of this coin with something sharp, you would see some deformation on the front of the coin. So my guess is this is a planchet flaw, and the diagnostics on this is you want to see weakness on the N and the top of the EN, and we see that exactly. So this coin is really, really nice. I'm going to offer it to a few people, and if they pass, this will likely get graded, just because it will be a little more valuable graded, depending on what it grades out as. But I do not know. I think I have a wait list of maybe 3 or 4 people that want this coin in particular. I want to try to sell the album as a whole first before we part anything out. It's easier for me, and I can give you guys a little bit of a better deal. So we got the 77, 78, 79, and then the 80s are not terribly expensive, but they're still, when they're a little bit nicer condition, they do add up. And then you can see that there's a few ground coins in here, but like the 82 has full liberty, 83 is partial. And I'm just going to cover the obverses. So like that 86, you can see good detail, but because of the color, it was very likely a ground coin. The same for that 89 there. But like these coins are very, very original. Very happy to own these. Nice coins here. And then of course we're getting into the common dates, but even the common dates are still pretty dang solid. Nice finds, maybe a few VFs. This 03 is a nice, probably XF coin. Full liberty on there. 07 is pretty nice, 08, and then we'll take a close look at the 08S and the 09S. This 08S is really, really nice. I was telling the individuals that I purchased this collection from that it's a little bit of a shame, a little bit of a bummer that the 09 is not as nice as the 08, or I wish their condition was switched. So, but this is a gorgeous coin, full liberty. A little bit of discoloration on the reverse, but still really, really nice. And of course, with the diagnostics on the coin, is you always want to look at mint mark placement. I use PCGS photograde to see where the mint mark should be, and I validate that against what this coin is. I have seen these coins with added mint marks, just because they can be pretty valuable in this grade, you know. So it's good to educate yourselves, and I am still learning about that, but I had a very high confidence level that these coins were genuine. The 09 is a little bit ticky, but it does have full liberty. I don't know if PCGS would consider this damage, just with the number of kind of marks on the coin, but the level of detail is very, very high for something like this. So aside from the 77, the 08 and 09S are the other kind of key dates for the series. So I have not put a price on this. I have to get that together for the few folks that may be interested in this book, but if it is available, you will see it on the website. Probably not this week, just because I am totally swamped. I've been working nonstop to get things to you guys, sales out, update the website, you know, do my accounting, all that stuff. And but staying on top of things is very important, and something like this will just take a little bit longer to get done. I got a stack of paper money, and then I think that'll wrap us up. We got one more kind of interesting thing. I'm trying to get more of this kind of like interesting premium stuff. It does sell well on eBay as well as shows. This is a set of DC coins. So we have a Joker here. This is not number, I'm saying it's 1 of 500. It's number 328, and this is kind of an interesting series. I didn't know anything about it, but I had someone offer it to me, and I made an offer under comps, so I'd still be able to make a little bit. And there is the paperwork here talking about the various mintages. So we actually did pretty good. The second one is one of these Wonder Woman ones with a mintage of 100, so that one is a little bit more expensive. 45 of 100 on this, and I'm not quite sure. I'm going to try to sell it as a group. First, for the 2, you get the box, the COA, all that stuff, packaging. But if that does not sell, I may part them out, but we will see what happens there. But again, trying to bring a little bit more premium things into the shop. And at the show last weekend at Roseville, I did sell a reasonable amount of premium silver from that first lot from Sioux Falls. So I'll probably just try to keep feeding it out at the shows, 2 or 3 pieces at a time, and do my money that way. But again, if you guys are interested in that kind of thing, please reach out to me and I can get you on the list for when I do. And how I price it is basically eBay sold less the fees and taxes and shipping is what you guys pay. Military payment receipts, or certificates rather, MPCs. Nothing crazy here, but these go into my bulk world currency and I sell them individually, and nothing too crazy there. More bulk paper currency. We got twos, lots of different, these twos, got some ones. These are the funny backs. I have folks that are always selling me this stuff, and I have a few people that I always go to. These are experimental series. I do not know quite a lot about these, but they are kind of interesting. I know they typically sell between $100 and $150 each, so those are pretty solid there. Just the only thing that I know that's different is they have the letters here, so not quite sure what that's about, but if you guys know, drop in the comments and then I can learn from you guys. $20 Federal Reserve note. I like the motifs on these. These are pretty cool. This is probably an XF. It has a little bit of problems with some staining, but again, still pretty cool there nonetheless. A few of the horse blankets. Nothing crazy here, but still nice notes. I got a pair of gold certificates, large size, and I think that the paper currency market is a little bit underappreciated just because with the price of metals being so high as it is, there is a lot of opportunity for collectors and dealers to expand into other markets where things may be not as popular and make them popular, which makes them more valuable, but it is good for that. Really beat Black Eagle, nothing crazy there. And then one that's a little bit nicer, probably like a fine on something like this, and then it's got some dye on it, so nothing too crazy. I have a horse blanket that's a star note replacement. It's a little bit tougher. The condition on this is not great and it has some pinholes, but still nice note nonetheless. I have a $1 legal tender. This is called the Sawhorses. Nothing too crazy there. And if you guys are interested in the paper, I sometimes put it up on the website, but I always show it in the beginning of the videos. If you're interested, let me know, and I will hook you up there. 1907 wood chopper motif, very popular on this kind of note. Pretty cool there. And then some other bulk items. Confederate note. Got another horse blanket here. Another 1917 sawhorses, and then just a few other random bulk twos. Got a nice Hawaiian note here, and then a radar, which is kind of one of you. I'm glad one of you guys are interested or asked me about this. I actually got this in, and it's cool, so I can provide it to you guys if you're interested in that kind of thing. But that wraps up the portion of the video of sharing what I purchased. It has been crazy, guys. I mean, nonstop, multiple customers in here at a time, and that's good. That's the way I like it. And you guys make this possible, so I appreciate you guys so much. And we will wrap this up and dive into the giveaway. All right, everybody, so let's get into that giveaway for today. It's going to be this World War II era Italian coin certified by NGC. And guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to be entered. I am adding an item for each video. Currently it's around $45 retail for the giveaway for the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. We're just about 70 subscribers away for 2,000, so thank you guys for your support there. Check me out on eBay. Auctions start and end on Friday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Website has been going crazy. You guys have been buying a lot of stuff off of there. A lot of new products up there going up daily, sometimes even more than that, a couple times a day. So check that out there. Follow me on Instagram. Lots of behind the scenes things, day in the life, little updates if you guys are interested in that. And let's get into the giveaway. Grab the comments from the last video. 37 comments. Thank you guys. All right, Erwin Wheeler, you are the winner. Please reach out to me to claim your prize, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.